What's up, everybody? Kimberly Olson here, coming in live as promised to do a smashing interview with the one and only Edith Steinberg. I'm so excited to have her on today. We have been working to find a time. And if you guys didn't know this about Edith, if you didn't check out the events tab or her bio yet, which I hope that you guys do, she actually lives in London. So this is my first time doing an interview across the globe. So we had to work on a little bit with the timing and all that good stuff. So I'll give you guys a second to pop on here. And I see her on here. So Edith, if you can comment, let me see if I can invite you on. Okay, here we go. Let's see if I can find her on there. Okay, so you can request to join Edith if you want to. Request to join. These are always a little tricky to get people on here. So try to invite yourself on Edith. If you can't, let me know. I'll try again on the little tab there. So if you guys are just hopping on, I'll give everybody a second to pop on here. Go ahead and put 1 in the comments if you're watching this live. Put 2 if you're watching the replay. Put new if you're new to me, Kimberly Olson, or if you're new to Edith. I know a lot of you probably haven't gotten your eyes in front of Edith yet. And I'm so excited for you to learn about her because this girl is so amazing. She's totally legit. And she's really going to help you guys with what I think is probably one of the biggest struggles that entrepreneurs have when it comes to building their business online. They don't know what to post. They don't know what to share. They just really don't know what they're doing. So go ahead and put new in the comments if you don't know who Edith is, if you're new to her. Also, go ahead and share this video. I'm going to encourage you guys to share it. And see here. Go ahead and share it. You can tag your teams if you know other entrepreneurs. You can, what does this mean? Invite friends to watch? No, I don't want to do that. You can tag people. You can put it on your, see, it doesn't let me pick who I want to add. Let me see if I can find her on here. There you are, Edith. It's not letting me add you, Edith. It lets me add other people, but not you, which is kind of weird because I tagged you in the video. So trying to add myself but not look. Okay, well, that's kind of weird. So we'll just roll with it. If it doesn't work, we'll get over it because I will go over her social media calendar. Absolutely, I will go over that. I'll give her a second to try to get on here. So if you guys have never, oh, Kendra, just message me. We'll figure that out about your boot camp. The boot camp, you guys, by the way, is freaking rocking. I mean, come on, you guys. This group is, you guys are ready to crush it. I can tell. Some girls have already been posting that they've doubled their followers already. We just launched it, so we haven't even started engagement pods yet. So yes, get in there, message me, and I will get you the info on how to get you into the group, okay? And also, so Edith's social media content. So basically what I'm gonna do, whether or not we can get Edith on here, I do want to highlight her and I want to encourage you to find her as a resource, okay? So if you guys want her free 12-month program, which I've already have it, I've downloaded it, I'm going to start implementing her strategies immediately. I want you to go ahead and put calendar in the comments. So put calendar in the comments and I will tag you on her link. I'll post her link in the comments and then I will tag you on it and you can download it for free. Edith has been so generous that she's actually going to give it to all of my followers. How cool is that? So one of the things I've noticed by watching Edith is that, and just go on her page, you guys. First of all, her imagery, her photos, her photography, she does photo shoots. And so if you're like, well, what do I do with branding? How does this work? She will teach you what that looks like. To start with, you guys, the most important thing, you guys, is you want to start showing up every day on social media consistently. So check this out. In her 12-month calendar, you guys, every day she tells you what to do on social media for a year. So I pulled it up to kind of see what it looked like, to get an idea of how I'm going to use it. And there will be, it'll say Thursday, poll your audience on this or this. Friday, share this. Friday or Saturday, do a quick video tip on this. Like, she literally tells you step by step what to do. So if we can't get Edith on here, at least you can get your hands on her content because she's giving it for free. Most people would charge probably a lot of money for that, and she's giving it for free. But she struggled for a really long time. Put a 3 in the comments if you feel overwhelmed by social media. Put a 3 in the comments. If you're just like, I don't know where to start, I don't know what to do. I sit there to post and I'm like, I don't want to be spammy. I'm clueless. Okay. So if you feel like that, then just put calendar in the comments. I'll get you guys the link for that. And I want you to give it a go. I want you to follow what she says. Follow her tips, follow the calendar. And what she's really focused on is building a brand. Oh, here she is. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. I think we got it. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm so glad we didn't give up. How about that, guys? You guys are awesome for hanging in there. It says it's adding, Edith, so hang in there. Everybody think good, happy thoughts that the Facebook gods will shine upon us this morning and
Yay!
afternoon. Yay!
It would work at one point.
I was like, well, if I just keep chatting, I'm sure somehow it magically will work out.
Yay! I'm so happy. Thanks for persisting. Thanks for having
Of
me on as
course.
well. Yay!
Yay, I'm so excited. Here, let me
Me
turn my
too.
volume up.
And you know what
Okay,
was the
guys.
trick? I shouldn't have joined on my laptop. I should have done it on my phone, which is what I've done
Oh,
now.
that's good to know. I will tell other people that. I had no idea. It's a good little tip to know that, you guys. And a lot of you, a lot of them in my programs are getting ready to do my Facebook Live workshop at the end of this month. And one of the things when you first start out to help build up your credibility is to interview other people, especially experts or people that have started their own business or professional organizers. And knowing how to navigate Facebook Live interviews is really important. So take her note for her tip is come on your cell phone when you do it, because I've heard lots of different people have had struggles with it. So anyways, we are here, we persevered. See, entrepreneurs don't give up, we figure it out. So without further ado, thank you for being on it. I know you're so busy. You are so incredibly generous. I'm already working through your content. I'm so excited. I was just telling them, like, you gave us like a whole year. Like, you're amazing. Thank you.
No, it's my pleasure. But I did it really initially to help myself because I was struggling. I had no idea what to post every single day, and I was getting so frustrated. As a business owner, especially, what do you say every single day if you have to be consistent? And if you have to talk about your business and you have to talk about yourself and you don't know how to mix personal posts and promotional posts and value-based posts and all these things. So really, that's where it started. But then I'm so happy it's helping others as well. I love it.
For sure. Like my whole crew is going to be on that program. So to catch everybody up to speed, because I've been following you, can you share with them a little bit about your background and what got you into becoming a certified social media strategist?
Yes, that's what it is. Yes,
fancy. That's awesome.
It's a content strategist, exactly. But so it started. My story actually started probably 10 years ago now. I feel really old when I say that. But this is what entrepreneurship is really. So 10 years ago, I was in an office job and I wanted to do something creative, and I just had no idea what I wanted to do. But I thought I had a camera, and I quit my job overnight. Literally had no idea how to use my camera. And over the next 8 months, sat at home. I had a very generous partner who told me that he would be, supporting me so I can follow my dream. Bless him. But it really, at the end of the day, was really helpful. And over the next 5 years, I built up my photography business, and I did wedding photography, and I did portrait photography and babies, family portraits, and all these things. And all the way through, I loved my business, and it was super creative. But the problem I had with my business at the time was I was overwhelmed. I was taking photographs. I was working with clients. I was creating albums, all these things. And then on top of it, I had to build an online presence, which I had no idea how to do. I had a physical business, but I could see all these other photographers building Facebook pages. It was just at the beginning of Facebook, I have to say. Like, I think I was one of the first people in my my friend group that had a Facebook account.
That's awesome.
I know, but it shows my age as well. But I was really excited about it. And I could see that other photographers and other business owners were doing really well, selling their services and selling their products on Facebook. But I couldn't figure out what I was missing. I was so busy running my business and doing all these things that I just had no time to figure that out. And at the end of the day, I feel that was the missing element. That was the secret sauce. So I never managed to figure it out. And at the end of 5 years, I just looked at my business and I thought, you know what? I wanted a business that could scale. I wanted a business where I could be sick and I could still earn a living. And at the time, photography didn't offer me that option. And so I thought, and I was stressed and I was overwhelmed and I was doing everything myself, building my own website, doing my own logo, trying to figure everything out. I couldn't figure out the online marketing thing. So I closed my business down after 5 years.
Wow.
So it was really sad at the time. I really pushed everything into this business. And I even had a company registered that I had to close down. So it was really like letting a baby go.
Yes.
And but at the time I knew it was the right thing. And I went back to a 9-to-5 job. And so over the next 3 years, I studied online marketing because I knew that that was something I missed. So I started with social media marketing, and then that led me to content marketing, where I became certified. I also did all types of online courses on search engine optimization and all these things. And finally, by doing these courses, I started helping my photography colleagues who, were seeing what I was doing, and they were like, how are you building these pages, and how are you creating content, and how did you do it in your business? And I said, well, I didn't know how to do it in my business, but I can help you do it in your business. And they started having success in their businesses. I helped them look at their pages, and I helped them create content. And I taught my friends who didn't even have Facebook accounts, that didn't even know how to use it, that were female entrepreneurs, really. And I felt that there was a gap. There was really a gap for sometimes females, sometimes older generation females that were entrepreneurs that didn't know how to market themselves on social media. And I really felt passionate about it because that was my friends and my colleagues. And I started helping them, and I started seeing results. And I created an online course, and I decided then to launch my business again. And that was just over a year ago now that I've launched my content strategy business. So yeah, that led me to where I was today. And I have to say that finally I feel I found my thing. But it's taken me a good 10 years to get here.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. No, I started my brand FitKim in 2011, and I finally let it go last year, and I went through what you went, where it was like, I look back and I'm like, that was setting me up for now.
Exactly.
I struggled so much, and it just never took off, and I spent so much time and money on it, and I just couldn't figure out why I couldn't figure it out. And now I realize it was kind of my training wheels
Definitely
to get to what I do now. And I know what you mean by kind of letting it go, but now I can look at it fondly, like it was like my baby, my baby stage of being an entrepreneur. But I know how you feel. So as far as a lot of people watching, what I basically taught them, those that have been in my boot camps and stuff, is like you said, we don't want to spam our pages. We don't want it to just be all about, buy from me, buy from me. And I give them some examples, but can you talk a little bit about the people watching right now that are so overwhelmed, they just don't even know where to start? And I know your content calendar, and by the way, those that are just hopping on, put calendar in the comments, and I will tag you on her link. She's offering her free 12-month program where she tells you every day a trigger of what to post, which is going to change your guys' lives. So put calendar in the comments if you're hopping on. You didn't catch that at the beginning, but tell us, Enid, as far as what should be their first step to figuring out, like, what should they be posting? Where do they get started?
Great. Yeah, great question. And that's, where we're all at when we start our businesses. And that is what I learned that I wish I knew when I started my photography business. Firstly, I would say start by understanding where your clients are. At the time when I started my photography business, we didn't have Instagram in those days, and all my clients were on Facebook. We didn't have Snapchat and all these things. So at the time, it was a very simple world with one social media channel. Now it's grown, and you have, all these social media channels, and you have newsletters and blog posts. And as a content strategist, content isn't only social media. It is anything that leads your client. It's between you, your product, and your clients. So it's blog posts, it's newsletters, it's social media posts, it's videos, interviews, all these things are content. And so if you're just starting out, I would say, firstly, understand where your clients are. If they are on Facebook, and there is a certain generation that tend to only be on Facebook, and then, most people are on Instagram now as well. But definitely start with one channel and focus your efforts on this one channel, build it out, really get the feel of it. You don't have to be everywhere at once. You don't have to, overwhelm yourself, especially when you're starting out. Because at the end of the day, it's good to be consistent, and yes, it's good to be creating content and putting yourself out there. But it's all about the strategy behind why you're posting. Posting is not going to create an income for you. It's a strategy. It's a clear understanding of how you're going to lead people with those posts back to you, to become a client, to become, to sign up for your courses or buy your products and all these things. So there should be a strategy behind it, which means really just understanding when you're launching or when you're selling, and then creating specific content for that in mind. Spreading it out on a daily basis, and talking about your products, your services regularly, but not every single day, creating
all the
value.
time.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And if you look at the content calendar that I've created, I've really distributed promotional posts, value-based posts, and personal posts, because people, if you are the face of your brand, people need to get to know you. They need to like you. So you need to talk about yourself and your life, and for them to really start, understanding how they can connect to you, because people buy from people at the end of the day. You might think they love the product and that's why they're buying, but if they love you, they will buy from you. So that's what it comes down to.
That's
And
awesome.
so really focus on one channel. Use the calendar and start posting. Get into it. Understand, you take the prompts and just start posting. If you don't have a strategy, that's fine. But then also start thinking as you're posting, why am I posting? Do I have a product to sell? Do I have a program that I want to launch? What's the end goal? And in the posts in the calendar, you will be seeing that there's time for you to talk about your products and services. There's posts specifically for that. And it's okay to talk about your products and services and sell if you are creating enough value.
Yes, I totally believe that. So one of the things that's really common, I don't know if it's all industries, but a lot of people that follow me are in network marketing, but this can apply to anybody, is there's this stigma around it that if you post something, people will come and join your team or buy your product. So it's going to be a sales driven, like, oh, I made all this money by my team, or join my team, or wow, there's a flash sale, you need to buy my product, but then there's no content leading up to it. There's no value. Can you explain psychologically why it's better to get to know people and create some curiosity and hopefully engage with them maybe in the back end in Messenger or email? Can you explain the psychology of why that doesn't work? Because a lot of people are doing it. They're just kind of spamming their page.
So are they just creating, just explain, they're just creating random posts,
so
or they're just selling?
It's like a lot of people think that if they take a lot of the company images that are given from the company, so they're very stock looking, they'll post those constantly, like almost every day. This month, this is the promotion for the month, and over and over. Can you explain the psychology of why that doesn't work?
Yeah. That's great. I think what happens with especially with network marketing, and if you're walking into a business where they give you posts and branding and all of these things, it's really easy to get started. But you have to understand that people, that at the end of the day, like I said, people will be buying from people, and for them to really connect with you, to buy because at the end of the day, this is what I explain to my clients. Your product will be the same as someone else's product. What will be the difference is your personality, is the twist that you put on it, is how people feel when they watch you, how excited they are about the value you're giving. And when I'm talking about value, this is anything that might be related to your product that can help them. There's literally a little circle that I draw with my clients, and I often go like, this is your product, and what is related to your product? Is it, if it's a health and fitness product, it would be, running shoes, or it would be fitness equipment, or it would be a health, feet. Yeah. Exactly. All these other things that you can add. That's value that you can talk about on your page. That's value that you can give on your page. And, put yourself, inside your company. Go live if you want to, if you're not too scared to do it. Really become the face of your brand and really just add value. Because if you don't do that, what people will be seeing is literally just a bland page with images that they can see anywhere else, and they don't see the context behind it. They don't see the person behind it, and they don't see why they should be buying from you and not the other person down the road. They will literally be buying from someone that they see every single day, that they get to know, that they get to like, that they get to trust. And that is the missing element.
That is so true. And I think about my buying habits, and I've got all my girls that I buy my makeup from, and my, all my different things. And I don't think twice about it. I'm just like, tell me how much it is. This is what I want. And because I trust them, I adore them. I want to help them. I don't want to go on Amazon and buy something if I can help it. And I didn't even realize that I do the same exact thing. Like, who do I trust, and who do I like? And you also mentioned something really good about you are your brand. So what about somebody who is maybe doing more than one thing? Because I'm sure you have clients who do this, and if they are representing, say they are a photographer, but they also have a jewelry boutique. How do they position themselves? Are they the face of their brand and this is their different channels, or do they have a separate social media, I guess, presence for both of those buckets?
That's a really interesting question. I would actually say that in that case, you have to really, you can still be the face of your brand, but I would definitely create separate social media channels for each business. I have, for example, a client, in my case, a photography client who's a wedding photography client, a portrait photography client, a family photography client, and she has completely separate pages. She has her own personal page as well, where she shares, about her life. And it's a completely personal page, but she talks about her family photography business, her wedding photography business. So she's actually decided to create 4 or 5 channels, which is really, really complicated to manage and takes a lot of work. But in her case, works really well. If you have completely 2 different businesses, I would definitely say it makes it more complicated to manage, but it's not impossible. And definitely still put yourself out there, still create your own brand, but talk about your different products. And for these products, create separate channels. So if people on your jewelry business, wouldn't necessarily want to hear about your other products. So definitely have an Instagram account for that, for each business, but potentially have your own Facebook page where you still are the brand or the face of your business, talk about your jewelry, create videos and content. But separate social media accounts definitely for those businesses, I would say.
I love that. I totally agree with you. I think that's awesome. And 2, I've noticed my personal page is probably my busiest page, which is so interesting. You know what I mean? If I really want it like this, if I really want a lot of people to see something, I actually do it on my personal page. And I only share pictures of the girls on my personal page. It's so funny, but having that spot to show more about who I am really openly is actually more popular. But then I do need to have those targeted, like, here's my programs. You can find business stuff here. So I love
and that's exactly what I've done. I've actually personally made a choice a year or 2 ago that my Facebook accounts, all of it, will be for my business. So yes, I do share personal posts on my personal account. Yes, I do share and tag people and still have a life on my personal account, but I very much know that I will be connecting with others on my personal account, and that I don't want to share anything that I don't want anyone or everyone to see. But you can still create, private albums and all these things. But personally, I've just decided it's all the brand now because I'm the face of my brand.
It is. It really is. That's the going public.
Yeah, exactly.
With your private life. Yes. Yeah. And it really does work though. Yeah. So what could be one takeaway that I call it my take home tip when I do speaking things, but what's one takeaway that you'd like to offer to people, just because there's so much great information you've shared. They have your content calendar to start working with. What's like a takeaway as far as advice when it comes to building your presence in your brand on social media? What would be one just little nugget that you would like to share with them?
I would say the key thing that makes the difference is understanding your audience. Now, this is the thing everyone says, but it's so, so valuable. Everything you create, every single piece of content is for a specific person in mind. It's for your buyer and your client. And once you understand who that person is, and once you understand what they struggle with, and once you understand why they buy from you, everything you create becomes so much easier. And that really happened for me. That's why I'd say that's the case. Because before I knew who my clients were, when I just got started, I really struggled to create content. I didn't know what to talk about. I didn't know which videos to create, and I didn't know which posts to create because I had no idea who I was talking to. But the moment that became clear and I started having students and I started working with clients one-on-one, I knew what they were struggling with. I knew what they were all struggling with, and I could talk about it over and over again on my social media channels. I could show them behind the scenes videos. I could start creating content around it. I even created a course because because I had all the issues and I could hear every single thing they were struggling with, and I created a course from that. So it became so clear. But you need to do the work to understand that they call it personas, which persona sounds so foreign to me. It's like this person, this one person that you're speaking to on the internet. That could be your friend, really. Who is that person? What is, in my case, female entrepreneurs? What's she struggling with? How does she create content? What is she sitting in front of her computer having no idea what to post? And then when she starts posting, does she know how to use technology? Does she know how to create graphics? All these things I help with because I can literally envision her sitting in front of her computer, having those struggles. So it's really worth taking the time to do that before you create content and before you create anything really for that matter.
I love that. That's amazing. And also too, I've noticed that's how all my stuff came about, is I was just paying attention that people kept responding to certain things, and they were saying, well, I don't know how to do a vision board, and I don't know how to business plan for a year. And I was like, you don't? Like, I just do it, second nature. And I thought, well, I'll teach them how to do it. And then I started teaching, and I just followed that. I noticed what people wanted. And so for you guys a lot of you tell me you don't know what to cover in Facebook Lives. You don't know what to cover. Like if you want to start writing, you don't know what to cover. On her calendar, one of the things is a poll. Survey your audience. Ask them straight up, what are you struggling with? If you had a magic wand and you could get anything you wanted, what would it be? And start to find out what your people want. And that's all you have to do is serve them. So if you're just like selflessly so focused on your followers, you guys, it will never steer you wrong ever. And you will just feel like so aligned because you are truly giving them what they want. So
and that's such a good point. Yeah, exactly, Kimberly. That's such a good point. I think everything becomes easier when you take yourself out of the equation. When I have students and we're testing Facebook Lives for them to go live for the first time, and many of them don't want to go live and put themselves on Facebook, and they're like, oh, I can't, I'm being judged, and what would they think? And then I say, but take yourself out of it. You are serving someone. You are not doing it for yourself, and it's not about you at the end of the day. If you just keep saying it, it's really not about me. It's about the value I'm adding. It's about helping that one person. It really becomes easier. And a hot tip, I don't know if you've shared this before, is if you have a Facebook group, the entry questions you ask for people to join, which I do, if people join my Facebook group, one of the questions is, what's the biggest struggle you're having with content and social media for your business? Awesome. And I use that to create my content. That is what I use. I literally have put it in a spreadsheet. I get my virtual assistant to just put it in a spreadsheet. I take screenshots of it because Facebook doesn't allow you to save it, unfortunately. Yet. Right. You never know, it might come. But I use that to create my posts, and I use that to create my live trainings.
That is awesome. I do that for one of my groups because it's appropriate. And it's funny, too, it changes. So there'll be a theme where, like, I need help with recruiting. Oh, I need help building a team. Like, it will change. And so it's nice for me just to have it handed to me of exactly what's the needs and the pulse of the people that I'm working with. That's awesome. I love that. So where can people find you? Because I just requested to be added to your group yesterday, but where can people find you?
So you can start by, getting the calendar, really. If you get the calendar, I'm there. I'm on Instagram. I love Instagram. It's my favorite social media channel. So I'm on Instagram, just literally my name with the S at the end. And I'm on Facebook. I have a Facebook page and Facebook group. So
awesome. And your website, what is your website?
It's my name. It's my odette.co.uk.
Okay, awesome. And for those that just hopped on, some people are asking about the calendar. Just put calendar in the comments, and I'll tag you guys on the link to download her free 12-month content calendar, which is blowing my mind. Like, you're so generous. I'm blown away. So
I'm so loving it. Thank you so much.
Yes, and thank you. You guys give her some hearts and likes. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day all the way across the globe in London.
Yeah, all the way from England.
Yes, if you ever make your way to Austin, Texas, I would be happy to connect with you.
Oh, yes, definitely.
But we'll definitely have to do this again, and I appreciate everybody being on. So I have a few announcements. So Edith, have a great rest of the day. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me, Kimberly. Have a lovely day. Bye.
Okay, guys, so if you're on real quick, I want to give you guys a couple of announcements. Who's in the Dallas-Fort Worth area? I need to know who is in Dallas-Fort Worth or who is willing to drive to come see me. So I am recruiting some people to come see me because I've been asked to speak on the stage with Carrie Wilkinson, the author of The Barefoot Executive. Like, you guys, if some of you that are in my groups have seen my vision board movie, one of them is to speak on stage, and this is such a dream of mine. So I'm so excited. I'd love for you guys to come. It's going to be next Saturday, the 23rd. If you're watching the replay, June 23rd, it's going to be in Dallas-Fort Worth. I'm going to be talking about social media. We're going to talk about all kinds of stuff. It's more network marketing driven, but if you're just an entrepreneur, you guys can benefit from it. Also, my Facebook Live workshop is open, so put Facebook Live in the comments if you want the link for that. I will tell you that she did talk a lot about serving your audience. You guys, people are digesting content with video more than any other platform. You can post all day long, you can have an email list, you can have your newsletter, but you guys gotta get in front of people. So I'm gonna teach you what to do before, during, and after, what to say, how to have confidence, titles, content, topics, outline, how to get thousands and thousands of people eyeballs on you and start to get people reaching out to you, because that's what happens to me. And I'm not saying it to brag, I'm saying it to inspire you. If it's not happening to you right now, it's time to up your game and take it to Facebook Live. So just put Facebook Live workshop in the comments. I'll get you guys the link for that. And last but not least, I'll see you guys back here Monday night. I'm going to do a social media training to kick off the week. So have a great weekend. Happy Father's Day to the fathers out there. I'll see you guys later. Bye.